see the shredder.
Yeah, sure.
The tough thing is, there's a million things you could get involved with.
Well, that's right. I mean, I do a lot of stuff at the disability level.
Yeah.
Just say, I'm so-and-so, I'll
You want to do so much? Yeah. Well, it's certainly American.
That's necessary.
Unfortunately.
All right. PANDA, Massachusetts is going to shred the NDAA.
Yeah.
Under Section 1021, in covered persons, a person who was part of or substantially supported. What does that mean?
Just about anything.
I'm Robert Daniel. I live in Boston, the city where liberty began in this country, and Boston is going to shred the NDAA.
Substantially supported.
Right.
In the PANDA shredder.
Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah.
I'm Susan Serpa, and I live in Worcester. And Worcester is going to shred the NDAA in honor of our ancestors who fought for liberty. Shred first or pin first?
So these people who substantially supported, if you're engaged in hostilities, what does hostilities mean? What classifies as hostility? In the PANDA shredder.
Let's come together. Can we have a 2-for-1 here? Can we have 2 people do this? And for one city, we've got 2 people from Waltham.
I'm Barbara Roberts, and I'm representing a number of towns around Holden. I live in Holden, and Holden is going to shred the NDAA.
Tell me when we're up there. I'll take care of it.
Who can be covered? Any person who has committed a belligerent act. What's a belligerent act?
You sound
In the
belligerent
PANDA
up there.
shredder.
Yeah. Good boy, Zane. Okay.
So how are they going to deal with people under the NDAA, Section 1021? Well, they're going to deal with you under the disposition under the law of war. I don't think so. Disposition under the law of war in the PANDA shredder.
In the shredder.
In the shredder. My name is Bob Hache, and this is Renee. What is your last name?
Renee Arena.
And we are proud residents of Waltham, where we're hosted today, the Watch City, and Waltham is proud to shred the NDAA. Where's the machine?
We'll set it right here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We'll step up.
Oh, actually, you know what, Renee, why don't you put the pin in the map?
Yeah.
You can see the map.
Yeah, I'm doing the pin.
And then and this just goes right
Correct.
in vertically this way?
Yep.
All right. There it goes. Renee, you want to do one too? Or is there enough?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
I'm Shane Merritt. I'm a veteran. I live in Gloucester, Mass. I love America, and Gloucester is going to shred the NDAA.
So how are they going to deal with you under laws of war? One of the things they do, detention under the law of war. Shane, what do you think we ought to do with detention?
Shred it?
In the PANDA shredder.
Absolutely.
Yes.
P.F. Soto, and if I have anything to do about it, Cambridge is going to shred the NDAA.
All right.
Detention under the law of war. Without trial. What should we do with it without trial?
Shred it.
In the PANDA shredder.
Mark Masuko from Natick, and I consider myself a patriot, and I want to shred the NDAA.
And when are they going to hold you, how long are they going to hold you without trial? To the end of hostilities. When is that? When does this war on terror end?
Never.
What should we do at the end of hostilities?
It'll never end.
In the Panda Shredder.
Hi, I'm Loretta Crowley, and I'm in Boxborough. I hope they don't disown me, but I need some hamster bedding, so so I think I'll trade the NDAA.
So where do they get this power from? They say detention under the law of war without trial until the end of hostilities, authorized by the Authorization for Use of Military Force. What should we do with that?
Definitely make some hamster bedding.
Panda Shredder.
I like that hamster bedding.
Uh-oh.
Do it this way.
Congress must really like the authorization for use of military force.
Oh, wow. Oh, their shredder rejected it? Oh, no.
Well, even the shredder hates it, that's the thing.
The Shredder doesn't even want it.
Oh, no.
Machine knows better than to agree with that.
You know what? Maybe that machine is being controlled from outside.
Possible.
Also under the disposition of the law of war, you don't get a civilian trial, you get a military trial. What kind of trial do you think you're going to get in a military court?
Probably
My name is
Soviet
Richard
style.
McCoy, I'm from Franklin, and I'm going to shred the NDAA.
My name is Benjamin Selecki, State Team Leader for PANDA, Massachusetts. Salem, Mass. has just shredded the NDAA. And what else can they do to you under the disposition of the law of war? Transfer to foreign entity.
Oh, jeez.
I don't think so. In the Panda Shredder.
Just like in that movie, that rendition movie.
We do have a few papers left. A couple things I'll just talk about very quickly. I told you that the language that they use in these two sections was purposely misleading. So I'll give you a couple examples of that. They say, nothing in this section is intended to limit or expand the authority of the president or the scope of the AUMF. But that's in fact what they just did. So whether or not they intended on changing the scope, they did. That's going to go in the Panda Shredder. Existing law or authorities. They claim it doesn't change existing law or authorities. It doesn't affect it. But what existing law or authority gives you the right to take away my right to a trial by jury? The AUMF. Of course it doesn't change existing law or authorities. They're already claiming they have the power to deny you of a trial by jury. Existing law or authorities in the Panda Shredder.
The shredder sounds right unhappy there.
Now this is the section, this is the clause that most people who don't think that the NDAA applies to United States citizens or people in the United States will point to. And it's, at first glance, you might say, well, yeah, that protects us. But let me read it for you. This refers to the covered persons And it says, the requirement to detain a person in military custody under this section does not extend to citizens of the United States. Wow, that sounds great. They're not required to do it. The key word there is requirement. If you're not required to do something, does that mean you can't do it? That just means I'm not forcing you to do it. You're not required to detain me, but can you? Absolutely you can. So this is the clause in particular that most people that say it doesn't apply to us will point to. It absolutely applies to us. This is allowing them to decide when they're going to apply the Constitution to us. I'm sorry, you don't get to decide when the Constitution applies to me. It applies to me, period. It applies to all of you, period. Requirement in the shred. Oh, I don't know how we missed this one. Part of the scope of the AUMF, it was very specific as far as who the president could target under the authority of the AUMF. And you had to be specifically involved in the attacks of 9/11. Now, not only did that expand the scope, but one of the things that it did is now you no longer even have to have committed or be suspected of committing or planning on committing an act against the United States. It now covers our coalition partners. Who are these coalition partners? We're not even fighting an officially declared war. Every country around the world technically could be argued our coalition partner. So now any person that commits a belligerent act against a coalition partner, right. So coalition partners, too vague for me in the PANDA shredder. Section 1021 and 1022 as a whole, we're going to shred them. We're going to shred them here in Massachusetts. We're going to shred them at every level. Every city, town, county, and state. We got some hamster bedding.
Oh, there we go. There you go.
So what I'd like to do is I would just like to make sure I get a list of everyone who pinned the board before they leave, just with your name, zip code, just so I know who to send the kid to, who to reach out to. So on here, I mean, I already have your email, but if you'd like to fill out all the fields, name, email, phone, and zip, that way I know where we're bringing resolutions and who I contact to get the ball rolling. Part of what we're going to be doing is we already have, outside of the pins on this board, we have probably, through Barbara Roberts from Holden, she has several other members who weren't able to make it today who have expressed interest in bringing resolutions in their cities as well. So in addition to the pins you see here, we probably have an additional, I would guess at least 5 to 10, Barbara, just from the correspondence that I've seen. So what we're planning on doing is we're going to make a big splash here in Mass. And we're going to make this a very coordinated effort, a very planned approach. Once we get a total of, say, 15, 20 cities, we're going public. We're going to launch all the resolutions at the same time. We're going to call a press conference, maybe in front of the State House, who knows. We're going to invite the media. We're going to invite reporters. We want to get the word out. Imagine that headline. 20 cities in Massachusetts introduce anti-NDAA resolutions. There's no way they can ignore that. They're going to know we're here. Thank you, everybody.
If those of us who are going to be doing this want to schedule something for our community, would you people come this week?
Sure. Yeah, we can also help with
I think Dan has some
talking points and
Dan has some signage.
she's all kinds of help.
Renee?
Yeah.
Did you run that?
I'm sorry?
Okay, I want to get your contact and then I want to put mine on the list there.
Sure, okay, yeah.
It's R-E-N-E?
R-E-N-E-E.
And your last name?
Okay. A-R-E-N.
I want to know, I want to understand what
Okay.
that one.
Hey guys, hey Shane. We're gonna get the group in front of the banner. We'll take a picture with everyone.
Hello, everyone. Before you all take off, we're going to be putting some of the video here on the Panda National website. We're also putting some pictures on the Panda National website. So if everybody, we have a banner here, and we want to show some serious political clout. We want to show some serious solidarity with each other. Let's get everybody get a picture in front of this banner. Yeah, just, okay.
I should.
Most of them have still picture session.